is as part of coming into spring. We've got a lovely show for you this evening, which is a festival of flowers. And want to know more about that? Well, it's all going to start coming on very, very shortly. Guys, let's start this. Hello, very good evening to you. Very good evening to you. How are you all? I hope you're well out there and enjoying your day. Isn't it a lovely evening? Lovely evening, and I hope it is nice wherever you are in the world. Now, tonight I'd like to introduce you to a fabulous guest. Absolutely fabulous guest. Just before we do that, though, I'm just going to show you something. Just a nice little poem about nice little things. Then after that, I'm going to introduce you to the fabulous Charlie Banks. I hope you like that. Guys, what can I say? Welcome to the fabulous Charlie Banks. Yeah. Now, we were thinking here a while ago, guys, that we're going to get something going and join up and do something close to Easter. And so Charlie said here, I've got a great idea. Why don't we get going with flowers? So there we are. Going with flowers. Here we go. Here we go. I was going to talk that way.
Your idea.
I'm trying not to. Rest. Anyway, oh dear. Anyway, look at you lot saying hello to each other. You lot of guys. I mean, you've got hi, Caitlin. Oh my God, Jessie. Hi, Angie.
Hi,
Calm down now. Anyway, right. Far too much going on. We've got Joe Gardner coming in here. We've got Caitlin Keys says, I have to go back to work, but I was hoping I could ask a question for a mini reading. But if you do that, you put that in now. Name a flower. Name a flower as well when you put in that particular question. And then when you go back into dusty archives of either, you're going to YouTube or you're going to Facebook Cafe Clairvoyance, then you can ask the question. How's that? How's that? Loads of people coming on tonight. Loads. Lovely to see you all. And we got Tonya, who's here as well. We got Angie saying hi, everyone. Angie is amazing. She is out there with social media like nobody's business. Good on you with Turkish kitchen.
delicious food too.
Oh, it is. Have you tasted it? Oh, it's absolutely awesome. Awesome. Guys, if you've never tried Turkish food before, get hold of Angie B. Here she is, Angie B.
Yeah.
And you'll get all the details that you know about that. Good. Deborah, the producer, says, hello, everyone. And good. Okay. Well, that's a great question, isn't it? Red roses, black, anything for me. All right. Well, we'll figure that out as we go through the evening. But if you have to rush off, that's fine. But love you could join us there. Okay. So, Charlie, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for all coming on, joining, and I hope I can live up to your expectations.
Oh, you can definitely.
I have always been interested in flowers since I was quite little.
Yeah.
My mum thinks it's her inspiration that got me into floristry, and actually it wasn't until quite later on in life that I got into floristry. After university, I also had my London life. Then my best friend, asked me if I would do her flowers for her wedding. Okay. Which was pretty disastrous, actually.
What, the wedding or the flowers?
The flowers. Her flowers are fine. It was the tableware.
Do they still talk about it? Do they?
Yes, they do. However, I wish I could do a wedding again, so I could do her flowers again. But after that, then I had another friend, and then somebody that was a friend of somebody I work with.
Okay.
And then it was a paid job, and I was like, oh my goodness.
That's fantastic. What? That is fantastic.
And then it just kind of it led on from there until I had no weekends left in my life, and all my life was spent on the flowers. And I had a little shop in a tiny little village in Warrington, and it was lovely because you got to know everybody in the village. You got to know the people that like certain flowers, and you'd order them in for those people. You get to know stories behind the flowers.
Okay.
And actually, this is where I became aware of the fact that flowers had not just that they're pretty and people like them and they smell nice, but actually they have a deeper meaning.
They do. Because we are even guys like me who know flowers to infinite detail, like blue ones and red ones and ones with that shape. The smelly ones. Oh, how'd you know that?
Well, I'm an expert, you see.
That's why.
Yeah. So I had different people come in with different stories. Well, one that really resonated with me was a lady that came in, and I knew as soon as she walked through the shop, she was going to cry. Okay? Oh. She was going to cry. So mentally preparing myself, this is not going to be the happiest of stories. And it turned out it was her 4-year-old granddaughter that had passed away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what a shame.
And she wanted to have every year she had a little arrangement that she took, to commemorate. However, this daughter the granddaughter would now be what then was 18.
Okay.
So she wanted baby, pink and gerberas and very girly. And then I went home and I thought about it and I thought, but she's 18. Mm-hmm. Would she actually want that now as an 18-year-old?
Okay.
So I phoned her back and I said that, and she said, do you know, thank you so much for thinking of that, because most folks go, right, fine, there you go, there's the order, this is how much it costs, off we go.
Bob's your uncle.
So I said, well, actually, why don't we do this? And she was like, that somebody that thought about that. And from then on, I always wanted to be a florist that thought a little bit more, and I always wanted to be a florist that was approachable and friendly, because sometimes, I used to go into floral shops and be really intimidated because they cost so much money.
They do.
And, you might only go in with £10 and go, I only wanted £10. And you walk out with £20. And you're like, how did that happen? So I always wanted to be that florist you could go into and you could just go, I'd like to spend this. What can I spend this on?
Yeah, well, that's what blokes do. They go into flowers, they've got a tenner, can I have a bunch of flowers? That's all they do.
Yes.
And I say, well, I'll give you that, and that. That's amazing, mate. Yeah. Yes. But...
Yeah. But I think sometimes females are under a different pressure because they feel like, we should know about fabrics. We should know about this, that, and the other, and what goes, and what colour goes, and what form, and it's rubbish, because actually, at the end of the day, it's down to what you like and your preference. So after that, then I started doing workshops.
Okay.
So you did flower workshops.
Fantastic.
And do you know what? Do you know why I did them?
I give in.
Because somebody told me I couldn't.
Oh, well, that person got you wrong then.
Red rag to a bull.
Red rag to a bull. That's it. Out kind of little horns.
Yes. So I was like, of course I can do this.
Of course you can.
So I did, and it turned out to be the best thing, because I absolutely love doing workshops with people, because the best thing is when you get somebody walking in going, I'm not creative, can't do this, mine's going to be rubbish, please don't look at mine.
Yeah.
And then at the end they go, this is great, look at this, I love this, and I've had such a good time. And actually, do you know what it is? It is mindfulness, because that person is sat there concentrating on this thing in hand that they're doing. They don't have to think about anything else. All they've got are the fragrance of the flowers.
Yep.
They've got somebody telling them, do this, or I can help you with this. And they might be thinking about where in the house they're putting it, or, they might be remembering somebody as they're doing it, or this is my mum's favourite flower.
Okay. Yes.
And then, they come out at the end going, I love this.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I must admit. And it's so rewarding for me.
Yes.
To be able to help somebody do that.
Now, it's interesting here because I totally agree with you. I'm not, I like looking at flowers. I don't know what they are. But for example, when estate agents selling a house or show a house, when they go into a house, if there's a nice bunch of flowers on the table, it's a nice energy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It presents that house lifts up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. The different
I used to have
smells
flowers at behind the screen here, behind me. And then the puppy destroyed them.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
that's the end of the flowers.
Yeah.
That was it was a very sad story. That I'll get out the violin.
Yeah, I used to have a nice hydrangea bush at home, and then it's gone now.
Oh yeah, one of those. Yeah. Oh dear, that's terrible. Anyway, right, good.
Right, yeah.
So, good. Right, so lovely. So here tonight, guys, if you've never been on this show before, this is what it's all about. This is Cafe Clairvoyance. We're a live spiritual show. The producer is Deborah, who's responding at the moment. You'll see her comments coming up as either Deborah or Cafe Clairvoyance. We reach out to you guys here and we put on an entertaining show to make it as lively, as engaging, sometimes funny, but also thought-provoking for you as possible, and sharing things. We love to share. So every week we have a different guest on. Tonight is absolutely fabulous to have Charlie on doing a festival of flowers, because then we can actually align flowers with spirituality and readings. Now, you do a few readings here and there, don't you?
Oh, well, I do crystals now and again.
You did crystals? Okay, that's nice.
And actually, what I was thinking today as I was preparing for the show was actually the different colours of the flowers. Some of them represent the colours of the chakras.
Dun, dun, dun. Love all this. So, guys,
and the vibrations, there's obviously vibrations with flowers.
Yes.
Roses have a really, really high vibration because they're the flower of love. Love.
That's love.
So, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So what flowers, for me, I like that flower. And I can't remember the name of it. But
the smelly one.
How'd you know that? and it's got like it looks like a beak. It's got a big beak on it. So it's like
bird of paradise.
That's it. Bird of paradise. Yes, I like those. They're quite interesting because they're so out there, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And I think actually, if you had a look, they do represent kind of a bit of outgoingness. This kind of just going forward, being very vibrant kind of flower. Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, it's terrific.
Beautiful energy.
So, because people always ask here, especially guys, they always ask here, that you buy someone flowers, within so many weeks they're dead. What can you do to make them live longer? As a florist here, the top secret tip.
There's people like grandmas have got like put pennies in the jar or put aspirin in the jar, and they may well work. One of the tips I give in my workshops, and everybody goes, oh, is put bleach in your water, or clean with bleach.
Clean the vase with bleach.
Yeah, just a little bit, not like, but just like a little squirt. Clean it, rinse it, and then put clean water in, and that will kill all the bacteria in the vase, and it doesn't harm the flowers.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the vase is bacteria which kills the flowers.
And yeah. So it's the bacteria.
Did you know that?
That will kill your flowers.
Yes.
Also, don't put them in direct sunlight.
Okay.
I know it's really tempting to go, oh, beautiful flowers.
Because you
put
think
them
they
in
want
the windowsill.
That's where you think you should put them.
Yeah, no.
Don't do that. Ever.
Especially if you live in Spain.
No. There's sunlight everywhere.
If you're in the UK, maybe. You might
you may get a day.
But generally, not in direct sunlight.
Okay.
Then, every 2-3 days, take them out, empty, bit of bleach, wash them again, snip the ends.
Okay.
And if you snip, a lot of people know this, but if you snip them on an angle.
Yes.
Like this. That way. So it's a diagonal.
Yeah.
The water will go up the stem better and it hydrates. If you have hydrangeas.
Yes. Oh, so they're lovely. Yeah. They're beautiful.
If you have
smell so nice.
If you've got like hydrangea bushes in your garden, water them from above. Okay, they hydrate from the petal, not from the stem.
Okay, right. Okay.
And if you've got one wilting, if you get one from the florist and you've got one that's wilting, take the whole stem, turn it upside down, and pop it in your bath. Right, so the whole thing's covered.
In a bath, okay.
In a bath or in a sink.
There's a cold water.
And leave it, not like really cold, but just normal. Leave it for like overnight.
Really?
Next day.
Wow. Ta-da! Pop back up again. There you go.
Yeah.
There goes a tip for life.
Yeah.
Tip for life.
One of the tips, which everyone probably who's got cats know about, but Oriental lilies like this. Sorry, Tom.
That's right. Been stabbed by flowers.
This is poisonous.
Is it?
Yes.
But don't point that at me.
So very carefully snip these out. And the best way is that it's upside down. So if you snip them upside down, you won't get any pollen on yourself, which stains everything. Believe me.
Yes, I've seen them do that, and it's like that yellowy.
Yeah.
And it's poisonous.
Yeah, poisonous to cats.
Poisonous to cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yes. So
okay,
right. It's nice to know. Actually, the producer says that this is true. The true story that no flowers were harmed in the making of the show.
Phil might be though by the end.
I will be. I'll be harmed, traumatised by triffids. Oh dear. Okay, well, good evening to you all, everybody. Lovely to see you. We're gonna go do this, and we'll be back in just a moment. Now, we've got loads of you here who have written in before we started here, and we're going to go through you guys first of all. And for all different flower types, and that's very interesting. Okay, so, guys, what we're going to think about is a flower, and then a question. And we're going to do two things. We're going to resonate from the flower type partially from the what the flower means, and also with the energy and what you pick up about the flower itself and the person's question, and away we go. We're going to start with B first of all. So very good evening, B. B, if you're out there, give us a ding dong. Just let us know you're there, because I saw you there earlier, and that'd be great. Now, right, so B asks, she's gone for poppies. Poppies, that's very interesting, because they're lovely flowers. Yeah. Lovely flowers. I always associate them, being a guy from the military, as always to do with November.
And actually, that's
Remembrance Day.
That's their meaning, is consolation.
Yes,
that is their meaning.
Consolation.
So, yeah, I think they hold a real sentimental value in people's poppies when we see them. Okay.
Consolation. So would you? So Bee's a very active, busy lady. She wants to know what's going on over the next 3 months for her. I'm gonna put that picture up as well in a minute.
Also, poppies are usually red. When we think of poppies, they're red.
Yes.
And red in flowers mostly means love and passion.
Oh, so it's about being passionate about yourself. So whatever you're doing, B, if you've gone for that, be passionate about what you're doing. That's the first message to come through. The second message that I'm starting to pick up here as well, just resonates with this, I'll use the cards on this as well actually, is there's this gentleman who just popped by the side of me and wants to come through. And he's actually saying here, says, would you understand there were some guys on the other side here who were in the military themselves? That's one of the first things he wants to say. Also here, I'd like to say to you, looking at the energy of the cards, I'm just going to go for that one there. We're going to go for... Oh, right. Okay. You've got the Joker here. You've got the Joker. The Joker will come up in a reading, believe it or not, depending which way it is. But in this sense here, it comes up through magic. Through the magic of life. Like, for instance, sudden opportunities that suddenly go really well, and you aspire to things, and suddenly things go and happen. Turning of events very quickly, like sometimes you don't always see and plan things. You've got a waiting game around you at the moment. The poppies are also about waiting games. How long do poppies last when they grow?
Well, they're very quick, I think, actually. And they're wildflowers, which I love, because you can just not know they're around, and then suddenly they just pop up everywhere. They do. And you see
they pop. They don't. Poppies. Is that what they're called, poppies? Because they pop.
I don't know, but it sounds right.
It does. That's a technical name. That's a technical reason. They come out because they pop.
Yeah. But they do actually come out in different colours. They come out in yellow, which is interesting as well, because yellow is represents friendship in flowers. Okay. So I think that's interesting if it's connected with war and
And peace.
Comrades.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. There's a comradeship, like keep going to the end and we always look after each other. Yes. The overarching card here is a 10 of spades. So whatever's going on here, something's coming to an end. An old phase of some kind is coming to an end. The 10 and the 9, 19. 19, the numerology here comes up to 20, 2-0. So what does it mean for you? Well, this is here is about the balance of people around you and how things are going to go forwards. The Joker is going to bring some magic in. So watch a turn of events that start to come up very, very quickly. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. Guys, whilst you're out there, what we also like to do is to share the show. If you could just press the share button down the right-hand side, we'll be really appreciative if you could do that. Gets the show out there. It's free. And you get any free readings here, so that's what we ask. Okay, right. Next, we're going to go on to a nice lady called Sandra Park.
Hi, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra. Hello, Sandra. And she's gone for gladioli.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what's a gladioli look like?
Yeah, they're lovely. Big, lovely, juicy plants and bulbous and out there. And their significance is remembrance, which is not that far from your property.
No, it isn't, is it? No.
Remembrance, yeah.
Oh, she goes, hi there. And she says, great advice, Charlie, she says here. Aww. Now, you've got lovely hair, if you don't mind me asking.
Thanks so much.
Because...
I could just stepped out of a salon by Maria.
Oh, look, there's Maria. Hey! Maria the hairdresser. There she is. Very good evening, Maria. Great to see you there. So, there you go. You got your hair done? Come see Maria. There you go. Great. Okay, back to Sandra.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back to Sandra. Okay, right. So, Sandra, her question is anything from spirit? Okay. Now, gladiolis, what do they represent? You're saying a little bit there.
So they represent remembrance.
Okay.
Yellow also represents, like I said before, friendship.
Yeah.
You often get when I used to do funeral work, I used to have a lot of yellow.
Okay.
Because it's a sign of friendship.
Okay. Sign of friendship. So is that now that's interesting.
And also, and innocence as well. Friendship and innocence.
Friendship and innocence. Great. So with a gladioli, what colour are they?
Yellow, usually.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You see, I'll say.
I'm sure there's other varieties, but the ones that I used to work with were mainly yellow, whites, and purples as well.
As a purpose as well. Yellow is about communication. But in the chakra system, it's all about a solar plexus and how we resonate with energy coming out of this. So that's interesting too. There's interesting here, anything from spirit. All I hear for them on the other side is laughter. And I think here, so from the spirit world, I would say to you here is to enjoy friendship, enjoy laughter, and enjoy what the spirit of life means here. Now, however you can read this here, just around us, guys, we've also got the meaning of flowers, and it they've just made it a little bit bigger. We'll probably go and to do the other side there as well. Okay, right. We're also here. Anything else from spirit I want to say here? There's it's interesting here because there's a guy here as well who wants to come over, show me here. Very funny, very spirited guy. And he says to me here that he would always do the opposite of what people would think he would do. That's what he tells me here, first of all. And as I'm tuning into him and feeling his energy, he's saying to you, would you understand it as sometimes you like doing, not what people think you're going to do? Because that's one of the amusing things here. And it's almost like having, rather than worrying about things, thinking what's going to happen the next few months and things like that. No, sometimes here it's just being very different, very, very different. And sometimes that's a great energy to have. Yes, I think that's funny. There, I love doing that. Anyway, yes, just being different. Right, okay. Josie Kaboom says, fantastic show. I'd like to know about tulips from Amsterdam. Tulip fields are amazing. Aren't they lovely?
They are. And actually, me and Josie have actually been to Amsterdam together.
Oh, lovely.
Haven't we, Josie? And we saw the most amazing vase of tulips in a hotel, but they were so long-legged and just absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
And tulips are they're to give to somebody who you have unconditional love for.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if that person is a parent or a child or a friend, but it's just a friendship.
Just a friendship.
It's for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh.
Tulips, I'll tell you what, they are one of my favourite flowers, is tulips.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
And they're beautiful. They come in all sorts. Not just the ones that you see in the supermarkets, but they come in frilly edges and they're just amazing.
And I love the ones where they actually, how they do it, I don't know, but they make the colours incredible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I'll put this picture on front here. I made it quite big so you guys can see it. So I had some requests to say here. Could you share the meaning of the flowers, please? A bit small. Yes, it is a bit small. So, blue flowers symbolises
joy and harmony.
joy and harmony. Perfect to create an atmosphere of peace. How's that?
Yeah.
How's that? Well, yellow flowers. Yellow flowers are symbols of friendship and innocence.
Yeah.
For the superstitious, that's a superstitious. It can have a negative meaning. Really? Oh, yes, not superstitious. Okay, white. White flowers symbolise purity and perpetuity. Blimey, these are getting technical words.
Well, that's why brides always typically have white in their bouquets because of purity. And it's interesting. Somebody asked about lily of the valley because lily of the valley was always used in bridal bouquets because of the purity. Actually, Kate and Will, when she got married,
yes,
she had all sorts of different whites.
Okay.
And Lily of the Valley was one of them.
Ah, okay. So what does Lily of the Valley look like?
It's a very tiny, tiny stem. It's almost like little, like bluebells, but white. And it smells amazing.
Okay.
But they are, for a florist, a bit of a nightmare.
Ah.
They're very delicate and you have to wire every single one. So if you want a bouquet with lots of them in, it's going to take a lot of time.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, never know. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Red. Red flowers reflects love and passion. Therefore, red rose is perfect to give to your couple. Isn't that nice? Pink. Pink flowers. Yeah, I like these as well when you give someone pink flowers.
Yeah.
Pink flowers symbolise positive attitudes. Yeah. Got a good attitude. Yeah. Super positive. And kindness and openness. And orange. Do you want to read the orange one?
Orange reflects success and joy. Although it's a colour that also indicates caution. A bit like traffic light.
Traffic light.
Caution.
Caution.
Yeah.
Traffic
Stop,
light.
hang on.
Don't go. Wait until it's the next one, which is...
Green.
Yeah.
To go.
To go. Go for
Hope
it, flower.
and balance.
Okay.
Between mind and body. That's quite nice.
Okay.
And perfect for new relationships.
Because normally you wouldn't, and guys would normally go for roses in new relationships, wouldn't they? Or pink flowers or something like that.
Yes, but then red roses always symbolise love and passion.
Okay.
So you would normally, I think, as a guy,
yes,
kind of go for those. But there are different meanings for the different colours of roses.
Okay.
So you've got white, which is honesty, purity. And I think that's why we use that typically in bridal bouquets. And then we have yellow again, which means friendship. Red is love. Pink roses is grace and happiness. Orange roses, actually in roses, it means enthusiasm.
Okay.
And then coral is, which I love flower.
That's like a reddy colour. So it's a pinky, reddy, funny colour. I
means
learned that
friendship
this
and modesty.
year. What
Yes,
colour
sympathy.
was. Never mind. Yeah. Right, okay, so let's go and have a look on here. We're also, let's go and have a look at Venetia. She would like to come through. And just saw her contact details there. There she is. She says, thanks, good. Right, Venetia, she says, Fuchsia. Dahlia. Thank you.
Dahlia.
Dahlia. Or a fuchsia.
Well, fuchsia is actually more of a plant. So we have that more in our gardens, fuchsia. Well, you can have fuchsia colour.
Okay.
Which is like a reddy pinky.
Reddy pinky colour.
Yeah. But dahlias means good taste.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Good taste.
Venetia, cracking. That's always the. Okay, Angie B says I'm always killing them. Oh, you got bad taste. No, you're not.
But Angie B, do you mean cut orchids or do you mean plant orchids.
We'll come back to that in a minute.
Yeah.
We're just going to do Venetia's, then
Yeah.
we'll get going. So she's a general reading and fuchsia. Now, the interesting thing here I pick up here, if I look at this particular flower, what it means, what the energy means from this as well, is a mother energy. So would you understand mother, because I pick up mother. I'd also want to go to a particular lady here who says mother, whether it's your mother or your grandmother. And the energy that I'm picking up here is her energy say to you, would you, yes, she's talking about houses. She's talking about your house. And she's also talking to me here about the magic is coming. That's what she wants to say. The magic is coming. So I don't think it's going to be too long before you're going to see a change in residency or where you want to go. So I think that's a nice one there. And just do the cards on this as well. See what comes here for you, Venetia. Let's see what comes up. Right. Let's have a look here. There's... It's interesting. Now you're going to be very, very happy in front of you because suddenly the opportunities arise for you with the Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs is like, sudden excitement, sudden new start. And a Two of Hearts here says, good news is coming, but just wait. The energy here is 3. The energy of 3. So the Trinity of 3 is needing to understand that sometimes the universe has a time system which isn't similar to ours at times. Sometimes it does all sorts of funny things. Yes, there you go. Great. Okay, right. And we're just coming up to 1/2 the hour. And I just got a funny feeling that someone wants to come to the door. I'm just going to see where they are. And then we'll get them on. We're going to get them on in just a second. I'm just looking to see what I'll come back to that in a second. Right. Okay. Let's go and move on. And let's go and say hello to Evita. Evita's coming on. She's gone Lily of the Valley.
Yeah.
Now, okay, Lily of the Valley. What sort of flower is that?
Well, it symbolises sweetness and purity, and love and pure love. And like I say, that's why it was traditionally used in bridal bouquets.
Okay.
So, but we can grow it as a plant as well.
Okay.
It's beautiful, but it's very tiny.
Okay.
It's very petite.
Very petite. Okay.
It's beautiful, and it smells lovely as well.
Okay. All right. That's lovely. I think here, Vita, if I was to say to you the general insight into the nearest future, I would say to you here, whatever you're thinking is going to go wrong, won't. No. That's nice. That is nice. Yes, because what I pick up here, whatever you're worried about, thinking, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, this is going to happen, is going to be nowhere near as difficult as you think. And also here, would you also understand you're never going to keep everyone happy. So keep yourself happy. That's one of the messages I get to you, just to say this. And I get this message here from a gentleman who passed over, who is a very difficult man at times. He's a little bit on the angry side, but he's coming through because he's not angry now over there. He's lost that. That was down here. But he's coming through there because he says he's there to make peace. There to make peace. And then just to say to you here that he wants to let you know, he says, do not worry about the near future. It's a nice thing. Okay, right. Angie B asks, how do you look after orchids?
Orchids.
That's it. Orchids.
Well, she's also put the plant ones, and I'm afraid, even though I'm a florist, I'm terrible at keeping houseplants alive.
I'm better at keeping houseplants alive rather than anything else.
Oh, I'm really bad.
Yes, normal flowers.
So all I would say is get a good feed. I know you can get feeds that you put into the soil that feed them over a certain amount of time. Again, not in direct sunlight. And also always pinch off any dying petals or leaves, because all the energy goes into them, not into the new ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get them off.
Get them off.
Get them off.
Get them off.
You don't need them. Sorry, Angie. That's not very good advice.
No, it's really, but there you go. But she's laughing anyway.
At least I'm honest.
Yes, exactly. You are. Yes, Sandra Park. Sorry, Sandra Park says, thank you, Charlie and Phil. And Angie is laughing. Angie's
yes.
giggling. And now, ladies, would you like some beauty tips? Would you like some beauty tips?
Always.
Always? Okay. Well, I'm going to see if he's there now, because he was at the front door. I was waiting to see if he was going to be there. Here he comes now. And, I think we're going to find here. Yes, it's just behind us. Okay, thank you very much. Let's bring on Mr. Gary Jones.
Greetings, everybody. It's me, Gary. Just to interrupt your program. How are you? I'm just going to show you a little bit of simplicity in your life. Anyway, it's been a busy week. I've been giving orals. Do you like them? I've had lip balm done, which is supposed to enhance your lips. Isn't it fantastic, eh? So now I'm going to show you how to do a little foundation on your face, okay? So a bit of heavy cream on your hand, and then just a few drops of the darkest colour foundation liquid you can find. Then you rub it together and slap it on everywhere. Regardless of if you're a man or a female, this makes a good BB cream. So that's my tip for today.
I hope you like that, guys. All right, guys, that was Mr. Gary Jones. He's going to be a regular guy on the show here. He's going to be telling us some beauty tips each week, and as you know there. So hopefully you found something there. Did you like that?
I did.
Yeah, good. That's very good. Very good. Good. I'm glad you did. Brilliant. Okay, excellent. We got the Catholic Clairvoyance here. Plenty of orals. Yes. Gary Jones likes plenty of orals. He's doing his lips. That's what he meant to say about it. Okay, right. Get out of trouble. Get out of jail card quick there. Right. Okay, let's go up at the very top here and let's start working down. So who's come through for a reading? I think Caitlin was there first of all, and she's hoping to get to a question. I said, yes, of course you can. And she came to here, she says, red roses, black, anything for me. Passion. And the colour black. Now, I love the colour blacks. You get red and black. So they're lovely colours together, aren't they?
Yeah, there's not an amazing amount of black flowers though, unfortunately.
No, there's not, are there?
No.
But the colour black and roses, they're on the black background.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like
God.
Black vase with roses in, that's really passionate.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Ooh. Okay. Right. Okay, so this meaning here, what I'd like to say to you here is there's two guys coming through. Now, it's interesting to say two guys because there's also two opportunities coming. Would you understand if I said to you there, Caitlin, that there's also either two directions as in places where you're going to live, but also I get a very good vibe around you that you're going to be laughing at a situation with two opportunities which are pretty good, but you're going to know the one to take, and that's going to come up in front of you, and I think you're going to be very, very happy with that. And there's a guy who used to play the drums. He's coming through and he's playing music and he's playing the drums here, and he just says that he's here and he says he hasn't been long over in the spirit world. And he's coming through and he says he's looking down and you're doing just fine here. And he says here, plans are going well, just let things drift and don't make too many changes at the moment. That's one of the things he wants to say here to you. Okay, there we go. How's that? Right. Okay.
I love that he plays the drums.
Yes, I know. I like drums too. I like drums. I've got my guitar just over there. We have to do this rock thing. We have to do a rock one next time. Yeah. Drums and guitars. Anyway, right. Let's go. Big shout out. Yeah, big shout out to Turkish Kitchen Havyat. Yes. Yay. Let's give them a big round of applause. Also, because we brought them, they brought us, and yes, it's almost like a football team, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Let's go down to Lisa Hemingway. She says, right, Flower Rose, when will my partner start a new life, please? When will my partner start a new life? Okay. Interesting, what about roses again? Yeah. Is there a difference between rose and flower rose, or is rose just rose?
Rose is just roses, but there's so many varieties. I mean, you know, there's spray roses that you tend to get, a stem and then 4 or 5 off of one, and they tend to be smaller. But then you get your normal roses, but you can get all sorts. I mean, you can get you can get your garden rose, and your garden roses tend to be the very kind of flouncy, romantic, very wall climbers. Or you can have the flowers that you tend to get in your bouquets, which are quite kind of your standard.
Yes,
rose.
Standard rose. Rose. When my partner starts new life, the interesting thing I'm picking up here straight away, Lisa, to pass the information here is, whatever you do, don't pressurize this new phase. Don't pressurize it. Don't make him do this. Don't make him feel he's got to do something that he will come round to in his own way. It's almost like you tell someone younger, tell someone like me to go do something, and I go do the opposite. I think you do the same, don't you?
Oh, anyway,
yeah. Right. So there you go. Yes, it's sometimes looking at life that way, because the information I'm getting here to say to you is just to be a little bit, yes, be mindful that sometimes we're not pushing people. We need to let them do it. Now, if I say a time here to let things go here, I get the feeling that especially towards the end of this month will be a bit of a pressure time. The easiest way to deal with this is back right off. Back right off. And it's a Scorpio thing, and it's going to affect a lot of people in relationships, especially gets to this month. It's a full moon thing, and it'll be a powerful one. And for some people, it's just best to avoid trying to get into conflicts. You'll know how you feel, obviously, but just to try to avoid things to push them forwards. And I think you're going to be in a good way. Now, if I look here, if things were to flow naturally, one of the things I'm picking up here is June, the month of June. So I'd like to say that to you.
Also, on the rose in kind of spiritual terms represents balance.
Okay.
So, and it says on the strength card, the rose represents balance, and on the death cards, it's a reminder of purity, clarity, and transparency, and intent.
Okay. Oh, see, we got a new thing about flowers every day.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And it's also, the rose is the highest of the vibrational power of all the flowers, like crystals, amethyst is right up there. But roses are equivalent; they're right up there, and I think that's why people resonate with them so much.
Yes, yes, and because it's even out here when people come around to the shops or your restaurants. When you're in a restaurant, someone always comes in trying to sell you roses. They don't come in selling you lilies or dandelions or anything like that.
Well, they just represent romance, don't they?
Yes, they do. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. La la. Sorry, stop there. Anyway, okay, right. I've just seen the next one here, which is Ashley Hardy. Flower, lilies, general, please. Right. Okay. Lilies. The meaning of lilies. I know we've gone through this. If you're thinking about Ashley, lilies, where are we going here?
Well, lilies can mean mothership, mother being mother.
Okay.
But they also mean friendship too. So we've got Alshamera here, which is like a little kind of little lily.
What a nice little lily.
And Alshamera does mean friendship and strength and love and devotion.
Okay.
And mutual support, actually, they can mean. And the ability to help people through trials and tribulations with each other.
Okay.
But I think that, there's different types of lilies, and I think most people tend to go for the ornamental lily, and that is the one that represents madres.
Okay. Mothership. Okay, mothership. This is great, actually. The mothership is coming down for you. This is a nice feeling, isn't it? Anyway, what I'd like to say to you here is I pick up the energy to do with this reading for you. Is there's a youthful side to life coming back up for you. I think you can enjoy this. And sometimes we think that some things around us get a bit lost, or think, oh God, is fun or energy or life going to come back? Yes, it will do. Yes, it will do here. But what I pick up here, sometimes we just need a little bit of time. But when you start thinking about May time, coming to May, even going onwards, I think you're going to find A, travel, B, I think here, there's something about they're telling me this directly, and I've got to tell you this. Go through your drawers.
What?
Yes, drawers. Yes, they're the wooden ones you pull out.
Actually.
Yes. Anyway, right. Go through your drawers, because inside the drawers there, you're going to do it. Well, maybe you're going through your house anyway, but you're going to find something that you need. And this sounds a bit how can I say here, out there, but I've got to tell you here, you're going to be surprised when you go through drawers that you're going to find things which are going to have memory, which is going to show you where you're going next, or something important to you, and it's going to be good. And also, I need to say to you here, lilies, I also pick up money coming around you. So good luck with money. Yes. Now, don't shake that middle bit at me.
Shaking the money off the plant.
Shake money off the plant. That's a good idea. That's a damn good idea. Okay, right. Where we go next? We're going down to orchids don't like to be watered directly. I've been yes. Well, don't like to be watered directly. I've been able to keep them alive by placing them in ice cubes on top of the soil and letting them melt. Oh.
I like that. I know that a lot of plants don't like being directly watered on top, and you need to water them from below, like a peace lily.
Okay.
They don't like being watered from the top. So you have to just let them suck the water up rather than being forced drunk.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that probably would make sense actually.
Okay. All right. So, okay, we've got another. All right, there you go. Thank you very much. So I hope you, Chelsea, that's helped you out there. Right. Black dahlias. Dahlias.
Well, we did dahlia before, didn't
Okay.
we? Dahlia wasn't it good taste?
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Good taste.
Okay, right. Oh, my voice has an interesting tone today. Yes, probably hay fever, a bit blocked up, but hopefully that will go. Yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, this interesting. Actually said you'd be going through all the cupboards up to this stairs today, please. Now go through the drawers though, because I pick up something coming up there. Okay, we're going to go and do something else. We'll be back in just a mo. Let's go and do a little bit of this. Okay, yes, go for it.
Well, I was just going to say the kind of meaning of flowers and why people started to become interested in the Victorian times.
Oh, go for it. Okay.
Yeah, it was like everybody would have a book on the meaning of flowers. It was like having a Bible in the house. It was that important to everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And having, as many of your listeners may know, having flower remedies. So we, distill the vibration of the flower
Yes.
into
Yes.
purified water, etc., and it can help with different remedies like concentration or sleeping or.
But I thought that there's always like, for instance, that the hospitals don't like flowers on the wards.
Well, I don't know why, to be honest, because I think it brings people joy. But I think
Okay.
it's more. I think that's more of a bringing in bacterial elements.
I thought it's because someone you said to me that during the day they chuck out oxygen, and at night they chuck out carbon dioxide. That's okay.
Possibly.
Yes, yes, okay. Right, okay, Tonya Cunningham, she says here, white lilies. Okay, we haven't got a question from you. We'll just go for the reading and see what we pick up. Now,
well, I think with white lilies, we've got the white of purity.
Yeah.
Purity in flowers, or white always means purity in flowers.
Yeah.
And then we've got lilies that means mothership.
Mothership. I love this mothership stuff. We're really connecting up there.
Well, it's the Chinese symbol of mother.
Okay.
The lily.
Okay.
So we've got that. It depends if you mean Kala lily or Oriental lily. But I think generally people mean these kind of lilies.
Okay.
Which are the Oriental ones. So if you like the white ones, then I would say something to do with mothering and purity.
So those flowers that float on a surface that everyone uses,
they're water lilies.
They're water lilies, and everybody symbolises with yoga and things like that.
Lotus flower, yeah.
Lotus flower.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's all like the lotus position and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's so interesting. This. So interesting. Okay. Right. White lilies. Okay. Great. So there we go. We've got a symbol of purity there. We've got a symbol of that. Now, if I'm tuning in with you on a spiritual side, psychically, I also would like to say here, would you understand about getting fit, please? I got a bike, or you've either bought a bike or you're doing something about bikes, and there's this lovely lady there who would like to come through as well, and she's very excited, because this was her nature. She's very gregarious in her nature, and she chat 10 to the dozen. But she's coming through for you, and one of the things here that she's actually picking up and pointing to say to you is, would you understand here that you've got so much to explore in your life? Please, she's just asked you not to trap yourself. Now, if I say trap yourself, it's like get locked into things you don't want to be. She's saying to me that there's so much to, yes, that's her message to you. So much to explore. Go out and enjoy yourself. And this lady here, her name, I get the feeling here, began with V, like Vicky or Venetia or someone like that. But I just pick up that energy there. So that's what I'd like to say to you, Tonya. Great.
Also, there's a kind of I don't say myth. That's not quite right, but a custom around if you accept flowers with your right hand or your left hand.
Oh, go for it. What does that mean?
Yeah. So,
Wow.
well, yeah. So it depends which one that you. So, they could be a sign of saying yes or no. So if the left hand was used, the answer was no.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you receive flowers with your left hand means no.
No.
Yes.
I was in Victorian days, though.
In Victoria, you know what they're like. You're Victorians.
Very
Yes.
superstitious.
Yes. They were. They're incredibly
They really were.
superstitious. Yeah. They're very yes. So don't accept flowers, ladies, in your left hand unless you're saying no.
But the blokes wouldn't even pick up anyway.
No, the blokes. Well, do you know what worried me, and it really did worry me, is about no, they wouldn't. No, actually, but what they would know is, would you understand that you've got to be careful how many red roses you buy a woman in one bunch?
Yeah, I think that's true.
You know,
Yeah.
Now that was interesting because this happened to me hundreds of years ago.
Well, you got given loads of roses by a man.
Excuse me? No. No, I was giving roses, but I gave too many.
Oh.
And someone said to me after I gave them, said, you shouldn't have done that. So what's the tale?
Well, I don't know. I had one chap when I had my little shop, and he would, for the next 6 months, he would send this lady big bunches of roses.
Yeah.
And I mean like a 99 stemmed bouquet.
I didn't go that far. I think it's about 9. What I said.
Okay. But that to me was slightly over the top. Like he was trying to prove something. And her reception to them wasn't that, like, oh my goodness. It was a bit like.
Yes. It got to the point you couldn't open her front door. It's like, I'm trying to get in through the flowers.
But I'd say 9 is, I'd say 12 is actually fine.
But someone said to me, I can't remember what number it was. Maybe some of you guys out there know that if you buy someone too many roses, there's a number. Yes, there's a number. I'll see if anyone's put the thing up here already. Right. Okay. Yes. Blood and bandages, says Deborah. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, blood and bandages. And that's interesting. You have too many red roses at a wedding, or they go red and white.
Well, you're not traditionally supposed to have red at a wedding, are you? You're not supposed to have red in the bouquets, or people aren't supposed to wear red. But I think that's a bit of a old wives' tale, to be quite honest.
Okay, a wives' tale. Okay,
yeah, I've done weddings, with red, and I think they're all still alive now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. You haven't killed them off then. You can give them one of these and.
Poisonous things.
Poisonous things.
Yeah.
What do they do to you then? They.
Oh, what these?
Yeah.
No, not to you, not to humans, just to cats.
Okay. I don't like cats anyway. Oh, sorry. No, I love cats. Maria.
No, don't annoy her.
No. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's interesting though. Maybe some of you know the tale of not the number not to buy. I think it's 9 roses or something.
Yeah, it must be an odd number. It's got to be.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Right. Helen Grady said we had to remove flowers at night, but could never mix patience red and white flowers together as a superstition was a sign of death. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Meow, Maria. Yes. No, I knew I was going to get caught out there. Caught out big time. Okay. And yes. Now back flower remedies.
Oh yes. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a kind of an ahhing as to whether they work or not. But I do believe it, and to be honest, I will never pass myself over as an expert in something that I don't know about. I don't know that much about flower remedies. It's definitely something I'm very interested in, and I do believe that flowers have, and like even my other half, who's completely not into anything I'm into, it's flowers, crystals, anything. However, he did say, "Well, do you know what? Our medication today came originally from flowers. Of course, it did.
It did. Yes.
So, of course, they've got,
they have,
a frequency, and they've got a resonance with people. Of course, they're going to be used. So, actually, I think if you go to the right person and they can, advise you properly, I think they can really help with different alternative medications.
I think so.
But I think that you need to go to somebody who knows about it. And funnily enough, I know somebody who does.
Oh, we know someone who knows someone.
Yeah. So if you're interested in flower remedies, and that kind of stuff, then you let me know and I can pass on a contact.
Good. Okay, right. We've got a real Angie B thing on tonight. You love Angie B's recipes. And Deborah says here, I have an Angie B recipe collection on the go. This is fabulous. That's lovely. Okay. Yes, now it's interesting here, talking about flowers, because do you know the medication or the medical tablet that is used, which takes its nutrients or its compound from the earth?
No.
Paracetamol.
No.
Yes. The minerals in the earth, this is why you find out a lot of people are chilled out when they do gardening, especially if they're not wearing gloves and they put their fingers in the earth.
Oh, yeah.
Then that's it. It works.
Why is there no pain medication in the jungle?
I don't know. Ask the ape.
Because the paracetamol.
This is getting worse.
Sorry.
It's getting worse.
But it's true. It's true. As soon as you put your hands into the earth and start, because it's all, again, it's back to mindfulness, isn't it?
Okay.
It's back to
yes,
being connected with the earth.
Yes.
And concentrating on what you're doing at that time.
Lovely.
You're still laughing at my joke, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I think it's hilarious. Well, right. Paul says, now here it is. Paul is a lovely chap. In fact, this is welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the one and only Honey Monster. And see there, he looks like the Honey Monster off the Sugar Puff advert.
Oh. Does it?
Yes, he's a lovely guy, but you swear by we see him. He says that's the man from that's the Honey Monster. Anyway, so one rose symbolises love at first sight. Okay, 2 roses symbolise shared and deep love. 3 roses says I love you. I thought that means you're going to say someone you love someone else too. Okay, and 6 roses says I want to be yours. Okay, 7 roses I'm infatuated with you. 9 roses symbolise eternal love. Eternal love, which maybe I was a bit too eternal. Yeah. Okay, and 10 roses says you're perfect. That's a symbol of roses. There we go.
Oh.
There you go, guys. Record that, guy. Guys, this is what you'll look at, especially girls, if you receive roses here. So 2 roses symbolise shared deep love. Oh, love at first sight. Yes. Okay. Right.
Although,
okay.
10 roses is quite hard to do as a florist because it's an equal number. And equal numbers are very hard to arrange in floristry.
Are they?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
You always need to do things in odd numbers.
Oh.
Because when you're putting a bouquet together, you need triangles.
Right.
That must mean something.
Yes. Triangles is Trinity.
Triangles of the flowers.
That's interesting. I didn't
There's
realise.
a colour. So you need, if you've got one there, you need one there and then one there.
Okay.
So one there and one there. So then you end up with like a Star of David.
Okay. Hang on, we've got one going over the top here. One going over the top. Paul, Honey Monster, what does 100 red roses mean? Oh dear. Right, we're going to run out of time in a minute.
I think that means greedy.
I think it does. It says the rose garden's bare. It's gone. Oh God. Now, so Charlie, how do people get hold of you? Because I imagine that you do your workshops and stuff, don't you?
Yes. I do workshops, and I have one workshop coming up. I've not quite planned it yet, but it'll be in the summer, and I'm going to be making flower crowns.
Yes. Which
are going to be very boho, very hippie, and will be somewhere, maybe in Javier or Denia, and open to anybody and children to maybe
lovely,
like 10 years old, something like that, and upwards. I think they could be okay with that. And then I have wreath workshops at Christmas time around the area. So my Facebook is Charlie's Flower Boutique. Same for my website as well.
Okay, Charlie's Flower Boutique. Brilliant. As I say, Charlie, this has been absolutely fabulous. It's been great fun. The hour's just gone ping.
It has.
Just like that.
I was really nervous.
Yes. No, you weren't. No, you didn't come across as nervous at all. They do now.
It was the power of flowers.
Thank you very much, my yellow tulip. Yes. And Cheryl says that she always puts out ornaments in odd numbers. And, okay. I sent 100 roses once. It was love. My God. I think it only was once. So they're trying to say it twice. It'd be multiple. So the poor guy tried to deliver them.
I know. Florist trying to put it together.
Yes, there you go.
Big hands.
Okay, extremely. Okay, guys, it's been absolutely fabulous seeing you. Thank you so much for joining us. This is my good friend here, wonderful colleague, Charlie Banks. What can I say? Thank you very much. And a great big hoot out to you guys out there. And a little bit of party noise out to you lot there in the States. And to all you other guys somewhere else in the world. Just for you. So, thank you so much. It's been absolutely fabulous. Thank you very much. Good. And, right, okay. Fantastic. Look, they're all saying good, fantastic, good. That's lovely.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thank you, Josie.
Okay.
Thanks, Angie.
Thanks, Angie. Right, okay.
No.
That's how we're going. Right, guys, have a lovely Easter, lovely weekend there. Really enjoy it. Big heart from us and a burger.
Vegan burger.
Vegan burger.
Vegan
Absolutely.
burger.
Absolutely.
Burger.
Yes. Okay, guys. And to the producer, Deborah, downstairs doing all the work there. And guys, thank you very much indeed. See you very soon. Bye-bye.